in Tanjavur for the NABARD farmers, Puducherry for the NABARD for farmers clubs, and in Nagapattinam for the fisher folk, and then 4 districts in Vidarbha region of Maharashtra, where those helplines are used by the farmers to get the expert solutions. And the experts are MSRF scientists who are located in Chennai, Nagapattinam, or in Tanjavur and all. Apart from that, we have panel of experts across situated virtually, located virtually in Tamil Nadu, as also in Maharashtra, where these experts are put onto conference. When there is a helpline, those experts are put onto the conference, so that the farmer get directly the information or the practices, the correct dosage of medicines from the expert directly. So this is much more helpful for the farmer to overcome the problem, not just by hearing voice message, but also getting the solutions in their own free time. That means when they have free, like they might have heard the voice message in the morning, but they might be busy in the farming or in the household work. But then afternoon they can as well contact, or evening they can contact and get the expert opinion. Then these are some of the data which shows how the bar chart shows how the farmers helpline services are increasing on a regular basis, particularly after October 2010. You can see drastic increase. That is because of the community. Earlier it used to be a common one. Now because of the community formation, where the crop communities have been formed, they are able to get specific information. At the same time, they are contacting for specific crop problems and all. So here also, if you see the pie chart, there is more of agriculture based queries that comes, followed by the animal husbandry, horticulture. And the other things are sometimes they ask for educational announcements, or the courses and all. Sometimes they ask about the health and all. Health means general health awareness and all, but not a doctor prescription actually. Then the second package of approach is about the phone-in program. It is a weekly program where we conduct a thematic based phone-in program. It's particularly based on a particular theme or a topic, on which the farmers will contact and get the solution directly from the expert. They will talk to the expert, and then they get the solution. But here there is a slightly change. One is that in the case of helpline they get instantly, whereas in this case they will record their question in the morning, and then they get the expert opinion in the afternoon. Why? Because when we are attending to one particular phone call, there will be a miss of several calls. So then if you try to chase those missed calls, there will be a lot of missed calls. That means at the end of those session, there will be more of a missed calls than actual calls. That's why we thought that, of course, based on the IKSL's experience, whatever they suggested, we also followed that morning there should be a session where we record those questions, and then afternoon we give the opinion from the experts actually. Then a few of both the NABARD based project and IKS based project, how we conduct the phone-in program and all. Then another interesting thing in this one is the quiz program for the farmers. The quiz program is basically to create interest or motivate, and then further increase the contact of the farmers with the expert centers or the helpline services. So this is basically a simple quiz based on that week's the voice message that is given. One question is framed and given on the Saturday morning, and then we ask that question goes as a voice message, one of the voice messages to the farmer. Then on Monday, the farmers will call back us and then answer to that. So based on those answers, we will select 5 farmers who have given correct answer, and then we give prize. Prize is not nothing material prize, but is a sort of incentive to promote their interest to contact, to use the helpline. So one is to create interest, and the second one is to motivate to practice the use of helpline, get advisories. The third one is to the use of mobile phones for such services, and then also they can motivate with this incentive. They can motivate others to get those services. Farmers who have not availed those services, they can get it actually. So this is how it goes right from our project beginning. The number of questions and number of farmers who gave the question and the number of correct questions that they have given. Of course, out of the 10 who answers sometimes there will be 1 or 2 wrong questions, but then we just motivate them by saying that whatever you said is wrong, but then this is the correct answer. We don't stop saying that it is wrong answer, but then we say that this is the right answer, so that they should get the confidence of it. Then with these 2 projects, what is the learning for MSRF as a whole is that the community-based content development and dissemination is a challenging aspect. It looks so simple, but then it is challenging because particularly in the variations of climate, then the practices and the knowledge of the farmers, especially the rural community who are not used to such listening to the contents or advisories. So content development itself is a challenging, but then we definitely have to overcome it through discussions and then through feedback mechanism from the farmers. Then we have plenty of technologies for dissemination, plenty of domain subject experts, lot of extension services being happen. But what is critical is continuity of such program and then sustainability of such the initiatives. I mean, in every time if it is on a project mode, it is live as long the whole project is live as long as the project support is there. And particularly for the organization which depend on the projects, what is important is the continuity of such services. So here what is important is the cost sharing factor. If it is there, then that reduces the burden on the content providers. And then the cost sharing between the providers and the end users, because it cannot be, we know that Indian farmers the economic situation given the variations of so many globalization and liberalization and also market fluctuations, it is not so easy to expect them to bear the whole cost of it. But at the same time, if it is on a share basis with a small cost, it goes well. Like for example, in Maharashtra, in Vidarbha region, whatever we are giving, the whole cost is borne by the MSRF, but then we are charging only 30 rupees per month from the farmer. So then 30 rupees is affordable for the farmer to get the month-long contents or the voice messages or then the helpline services together actually. Then what is our future plan is that, as we have seen on the first day, the 3G connectivity because the voice message which is just heard no, without seeing the person, then the remembrance or the what do you call the storage of memory is only 25 to 30% as per the psychologist analysis. But if it is voice based, if it is a video based, then the content and absorption and then remembrance and then understanding is much more. It goes up to 60%. So the advantage of visualization is much more when we have a 3G connectivity, where and particularly when the 3G reaches to the remote areas in India, to the farmers, then and at appropriate what do you call the affordable price. Right now the BSNL charge 70 paisa, whereas other private the providers, they charge 2 to 3 rupees. Even for urban people it is not so easy to afford 2 rupees per minute actually. So in the context of farmers, it's still difficult to bear the cost. So if there is a sort of subsidy for the farmer to use the 3G at the same time at a lower cost, then it that becomes much more helpful for the farmer to get very clear understanding of, and the expert can understand the situation by seeing the sample or seeing the subject, and at the same time he can provide appropriate solutions. Then of course, the limitation is the reach of the signal and other things. In fact, the first day we have seen that even in a city like Yavatmal, we could not get the signal at the right time when we had to connect for video conferencing. That means the limitations are still there. So it's still more difficult in the remote area to expect such things. Then the other one is for the we already have a content management system, server-based